Hello, auditors, and welcome to my presentation on how virtual reality and virtual worlds impact auditing procedures. In this presentation, we'll explore the present and future impacts in addition to implications of this technology on audit procedures. To first understand how virtual reality and virtual worlds impact auditing, let's first take a look at what the technologies actually mean. Virtual reality, commonly referred to as VR, is an emerging technology that generates a simulated environment, which is a three-dimensional space that can be explored. Most of us are familiar with the term virtual reality to some degree, but virtual worlds, which are a subcategory of virtual reality, may seem relatively foreign. Virtual worlds, an emerging evolution of VR, is a perceived virtual universe in which users worldwide create interconnected experiences. Many businesses are now operating within virtual worlds, like Meta's metaverse. Let's start by taking a look at the current applications of VR in this practice. Since the pandemic influenced work from home, remote auditing has become increasingly popular. To date, there are many VR companies that have applied VR to remote auditing fieldwork, such as Avatar, which is a 360 degrees live and immersive experience for on-site audit procedures such as safety inspections and quality assurance. Another current application of virtual reality is data analytics visualizations driven by VR, such as in Deloitte's Omnia practice. Omnia is a cloud-based audit platform which can modernize and transform client data using VR and audit engagements to help visualize and interpret client-tailored data. To spice things up, let's now take a look at how VR and virtual worlds can impact audit procedures in the future. In audit planning, as more digital businesses operate in virtual worlds, auditors' understanding of the entity will change. For example, there are less health and safety risks, but a heightened cybersecurity risk. In addition to this, VR can enhance risk assessment by gaining more understanding of client operations through virtually testing different scenarios. This encompasses influence to determining an overall audit approach, since clients' adoption of stronger internal controls via VR enhancement can lead to combined approaches being more common. Lastly, let's take a look at how VR can impact fieldwork in audit. For virtual worlds, evidence will consist of visible and inalterable records that were formed through the technology of a virtual world, which means there's less need to authenticate evidence. For an increasing amount of entities operating in a virtual environment, auditors may shift to performing code reviews and vulnerability analyses as part of tests of controls. With a shifting trend of remote auditing, there will be increasing modes of utilizing VR to conduct off-site testing, which can make audits more efficient overall. So what does this mean for all of us together? All of these trends summed up suggest significant potential for VR to impact auditing procedures by increasing efficiency, improving the accuracy of testing, and revolutionizing the approaches and procedures that were traditionally used in audit. To leave you off with a food for thought, I found a quote by Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta, being, "I just think that VR and AR are going to be a really big deal."
Created using Powtoon.